Hi everyone. It started without my little clicker, and I was having a little bit of coffee ahead of time. Um, Today I only have one I don't have a set of these, but I found one at my usual secondhand consignment type shops. But isn't it pretty? Yeah, it's a Royal Albert. But it's a cup and saucer, and it has yellow flowers. I look awful in yellow. I look jaundiced. Gold russets, great, but not bright yellow. But it's such a happy color, and so I like having a lot of flowers with that color. And I love yellow birds, little yellow birds. But I had to look up what is the symbolism of yellow roses, and these remind me of the old-fashioned kind of climbing roses. So what I found out was that it's supposed to be like friendship and that kind of thing, affection and friendship. What I heard when I saw this, I heard loyalty. So loyalty is, I don't know about y'all, but man, loyalty is profoundly important to me. And so any hint of impropriety or any hint of disloyal behavior, and it's like, done, out. So I thought, okay, that's interesting. So is that just for me? Because it's one of my things. Or why the yellow flowers for the vibe? Oh, by the way, I'm Holly, psychic medium energy reader. Yay. This is your Thursday reading. So I asked, what is the vibe for Thursday? And, oh, okay. Thank you, Spirit. I get it now. So it's not loyalty as in the ultimatum, it must be this or that, or that, nothing like that. It is truly the essence of something beautiful and gentle, like yellow roses and flowers. But what I just heard was, don't be so busy taking care of everyone else that you ignore your own needs. I know some people out there need to hear that. I know someone in the collective, from the comments and just from what I gather, I can promise you we all have an oar in that boat. Okay, we're all holding on to an oar in the same boat on that one. So if you were, and it goes along with that sense of being loyal to your own needs as well as others. So if you are too busy taking care of other people, like middle through the end of this week, stop and look at, oh, this makes sense now. Okay, I'll explain in a minute. Stop and reflect on, are my needs being taken care of? And that is not selfish. Cheers. And guess what? This seems to be the week for hunger, because my stomach was growling yet again when I sat down. I thought, you gotta be kidding me. So I guess it's about meal time. I need to, again, redirect my time periods here, but I mean, it was loud. So sorry if that happens, but it's kind of funny, really. All right, I'm going to put this back here. And yes, my hair is still a little bit wet too, even in the back, it's still a little bit wet. It's fairly thin, so it dries pretty fast, but still. All right, so what now makes sense to me about that vibe? And this is just, this message of self-care has been coming up over and over again. So you know what? Do what you need to do to take care of yourself. Everyone benefits when you do. It is okay to take care of yourself is the message. So I pulled out a deck I haven't used in a long time, the Higher Self Oracle by Deanna Marie Riddick. Okay, so I went ahead and shuffled and then just opened up the deck to random places as instructed by Spirit, because cards are a jumping off point. You have to remember that. They're just tools to listen to the voice of Spirit. And 4 cards came out for me, or appeared for me. One is Expect the Unexpected. All right. It does feel like change is brewing. Not sure what to make of that. Let's see if it comes up in the reading. I feel like just in general for a whole lot of people, lives are starting to shift in a way that's unexpected, which is interesting. This is the one that makes sense now. Pause. And it's the Hamsa, the all-seeing hand of God and the protective hand of God, or all that is, whatever you want to call it. So it's kind of like the evil eye, but it's an all-knowing version of it, and it's a very protective hand. Okay, it's called a lot of things. It's called a Hamsa, the hand of Miriam, the hand of Mary, the hand of blah 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 blah. You get it. All right, so pause. When I first looked at that, I thought, I'm not even tapping into what this stuff means yet because we're just not there yet, but I don't get it. This one I understand. Expect the unexpected. Okay, what does pause mean? Well, now we know. So if you are, again, too busy worrying about what everybody else is thinking and taking care of everybody else and doing what you need to make sure everybody else is happy, are you happy? Are you being taken care of? And if you're exhausted or tired or whatever, pause. Just like this card. Pause. You are protected. You will soon understand the truth of situations. Ooh, that's new. I didn't know that part. That last sentence. Oh, and a member of the collective, Lynn, she was asking about a grid and doing some work on sleep. And I think for me, and that is a very good suggestion, because in yesterday's video I was talking about just tired. But I feel like a lot of people are tired and a lot of people are not resting well in particular. And also, for me, I just got the busy brain going on way too much. So I just need to learn to chill and meditate before bed. All right, so that is a good idea. Thank you. All right, the next card, change. What did I just say? Yeah, expect the unexpected, because we are about to blow through some massive change. Some things are about to get unsettled, and I just heard unseated. So, like SEATED. So, stay on your toes. All right, and then in the end, we will find balance, the yin and the yang. This is perfect. This is beautiful. I will take it. I hope you do too. So we got to get through a little bit of upset in order to get to the ultimate goal. It's kind of like you want to lose a couple of pounds, or you want to get healthy, or you want to get fit, so you start working out and you're like, oh my God, everything hurts. Sometimes you got to go through those little bit of aches and pains in order to get to where you want to be. Now, I'm not saying that that's something everybody has to do. Everybody, to each their own. To each their own. You know, and if you are interested, I saw something by Ashley Judd, okay, the actress, and she was holding up these signs, and she was in her house gown, and she had just eaten ice cream in one of them, and her hair was all yanked up, and she was like, I am officially part of the I Don't Care Club. My life, I'm living it the way I want to. And I just thought, good for her. Good for her. You know, for me, it feels good when I get really physically active, because I have so much like monkey brain going on. It calms me down. And it helps to center me. It's like a form of moving meditation for me. But I have plenty of times where I'm like, forget all this. No. Got my pretty cup. I'm just going to hang back, sit down. There might even be some salt on a rim somewhere. Yeah. So don't advocate, you know, everything in balance. Just like that last card. Everything in balance. All right. All right. Now, because you know what? We got to live our lives, people. We got to live our lives. We are the majority, not all people who watch this channel, but the majority of us in the community we are in our crone years. And you know what? Daggone it. There's got to be some benefit to being a crone. Okay, this is weird. When I was shuffling this deck, they ended up facing each other. We've got 2 and 2. Oh, I think I need to look at these. All right, I had 3 that flipped out while I was just talking, and I wasn't really focusing on anything. So let's see what we've got, because I feel like this is going to be its own reading. And these 4 cards seem significant because there were 2 facing one direction, and then these 2 were facing the other direction. So they were face to face, but all I could see were the backs. It was weird. Okay. That hasn't happened before. I need to put my glasses on. How y'all doing out there today? Okay, happy Thursday. All right. Oh, this is from the Arcanum Tarot. All right. I think I need another little sip here. I need a little sip. And this, isn't this cool? I'm a little all over the place today. That's a little charm I found. I got all this on eBay probably a decade and a half ago. Or no, a decade ago, about 10 years ago. These are little tiny rose quartz chips that I bought on eBay. Do you hear that? That's my stomach. And I strung them. They're so tiny, it was so hard. So I strung them on a thin wire and put a clasp on it. And I feel like it's time to bring it out and wear it all the time now. Ow, I hit my tooth. Just call me Grace, I know. I'm a mess today. My stomach's growling. I clinked the glass on my teeth. I slurped. Whatever, people. Whatever. You're not going to get posh here, that's for sure. Okay. All right, so we have King of Swords. Man, that's an angry look. That is an angry looking King of Swords. Whoa, and then we got a Page of Swords. And look, their swords... Oh, it goes like this. Their swords are... They're moving in the same direction. Huh, interesting. Okay. So one is sort of like the mini-me of the other one. And they are guarding their palace, man. They are guarding their fortress. It's like, I am here, I am strong, you are not allowed to pass. All right, dude. You and your little one, or your little mini-me, that's some anger, man. Okay, and then we have the Chariot. Oh, that's an exciting chariot. Those horses are ready to go. Not so sure about the chariot driver. He's looking a little scared. Or just kind of, you know who this reminds me of? This reminds me of someone who would have been an extra in one of the, what were those movies in the 80s? Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, something like that. It was a Keanu Reeves movie. Well, anyway, when he was really, really young. Well, anyway. Kind of looks like that, like, hey, dude, he's kind of that kind of guy. But these horses are all business. So Spirit is taking that person. That's what okay, thank you. So Spirit is leading this person where to go, whether they want to or not. They're along for the ride, and that's okay, as long as they trust what's going on. I don't know how these two fit in yet, though. That's angry. All right, and then the first two from the cluster of 4 that was that weird configuration, we have the 9 of Pentacles. Didn't that come up yesterday? I think it did. I don't see any butterflies this time, though. No. She looks very pensive, though. She doesn't look very happy to have all that wealth around her. So, 9 of Pentacles. Ooh, then we got Justice. So someone is not happy. This person is not, and gender doesn't matter on any of these, okay? It's all about the energy of the card. So this is someone who is unhappy in his or her life, even though they are surrounded by what appears to be finery. But then you get this Justice card. I think this is one of my favorite Justice cards. That sun image on the bottom. The sword, like it looks like it's part of the dress. The sword of truth. Balancing the scales. Blind justice. What's that pendant? Looks like another kind of sun image. Someone is about to learn a truth. And... yeah, because she's holding the scales. The scales are balancing, but there's a scroll on the bottom. Someone is about to learn a truth. This has been coming up over and over again too. Well, I wish that truth would hurry up and just show itself. All right, and then we have 9 of Swords. Wow. I think it was the 9 of Wands we had. This one is Dark Night of the Soul. It is this person, because they're above and below each other. I feel like this is a continuation of this person's story. They are just... Yeah, this one is... This poor person is having a dark night of the soul for sure. And then we end with the Page of Cups. So we have 2 pages here. Page of Cups. So someone... Yesterday, I believe it was the Knight. Today it's the Page. Yet again, a fledgling offer. That was my stomach. Hey, little baby. And the cat's just zipping in and out. Checking it out on the way out. All 3 of these speak to me of uncertainty, fear. They don't know who they are, where they're going. Just kind of bringing in more and more and more because they don't know what to do and very unhappy. But then we have this one, the Justice card. That's what I want to find out about first. All right, so right now, and then we'll go back to the first part of this reading, or these first 3 cards. Spirit guides and guardians, please give me the words, give me the knowledge, and help me to understand what this reading is about. Explain it or clarify the Justice card, please. Okay. No, keep going. Okay, that was an extended growl. This is ridiculous. All right. What is just that one? Okay. So far we've got 2. What is the clarification on this Justice card, please? What is the clarification on the Justice card? What is the clarification of things coming into balance? All right, we just have the 2. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Someone is about to spin the wheel. And it's Queen of Wands. Now, do you see the difference between these 2? One is hiding behind who she is or what she has. This one simply is. She is on point and on fire. Ooh, she's a little bit mystical too. She's got her black cat right there. But I feel a kindness coming from this. I feel a fairness, and it's very reminiscent of this Justice card. So what does it mean about the wheel? Oh, I see. Thank you, Spirit. I get it. 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 Okay. This is what I heard. So these people are playing games. So there is a sense that someone is playing a game, but they don't realize who they're playing or trying to fool. They don't realize the strength, the wisdom, because this Justice card is also embodying wisdom in this instance. So they don't know that they are dealing with someone who almost like the I know the Greco-Roman kind of mishmash of, like Artemis was, I think, Athena, depending on whether it's the Greek version or the Roman version or whatever. Not 100% on that. But I do feel like This wheel is, I just keep seeing the fates, the 3 fates. And someone is trying to play a game with the fates. Someone is trying to convince a Queen of Wands of something that even they are having trouble believing. So yeah, this deck. Let's explore this notion of the fates. I'm using the Wild Reflections Tarot. No, not this one. Okay, well, I guess I'm not using that one then. We're going to use the Ideals Tarot. There we go. This feels right. Okay, now I need to explore this notion of the fates. What does that mean? Because I don't understand how all this is coming together. You know, this week the readings, and again, as the reader, I don't have to understand. If this is your reading, you know it immediately. You will know immediately whether this is your reading or not. So try not to make it fit. And if I don't understand it, then if you do, then good for you. Yeah, 4 Pentacles popped out while I was shuffling. So someone... in this instance, what I'm hearing is that someone is hiding behind an image. Someone's hiding behind an image. What image? I don't know. But somebody is showing the face they want to be seen. All right, how does this apply to the fates? How does this apply to the fates? How does this apply? How does this apply to the fates? Because I'm curious about that. Open it up to the middle. Oh. Oh. 8 of Swords. Oh. Someone is playing a game with the wrong person. Oh. And the 3 of Cups. Okay. So someone... okay. Oh. And even, oh, okay. Maybe I put that there. Never mind. All right. So, all right. So when I ask about the fates, because it's confusing to me. Okay. We're just going to leave those right there for now. So when I ask about the fates, because they are incredibly powerful beings, that someone is hiding behind a mask. What they present to the world is not what's going on internally. So what's going on internally is different from the face they're presenting. And this goes back to this part of the reading. The sword, the suit cards of the swords, the king and the page. There's an underlying current of anger. And every now and then you get to push that mask aside a little bit and you see that hint of anger. And it's a little scary, I bet. But when I was asking about the fates, it doesn't matter how much anger this sword situation has. When you have the 8 of Swords, and look at her, she is unfazed. Wow. The 8 of Swords, this is someone who has stood up and realizes the imprisonment has only been in her mind, because now she's decided to make an ornament out of the swords. I've always said all she has to do is stand up, pick up one of those swords out of the ground, and use it as a weapon, and she's good to go. She's doing even better than that. This is a great Eight of Swords depiction. She's like, I got them all wrapped up in my hair. Come at me now. It's that kind of attitude. Wow. Oh. All right. She'll just take one out. I'm hearing Matahari. So she is not as frail as people think. She can be, but she's not as frail as people think. Now the Fates, there are 3 of them, remember. And we have the 3 of Cups. That big moon at the top of the card, hidden knowledge. And it's hidden knowledge about emotions in this instance, because these are mermaids, which mermaids are cool. But when you get 3 of them with the 3 of Cups, with a moon, this feels like a combination moon, 3 of Cups card. And water always represents, excuse me, or is symbolic of emotions, okay? So if the bottom part that shows who they really are is underwater, hidden by the moon, or illuminated by the moon, hidden from normal view, there's still a truth to be told, and it's an emotional truth that isn't being spoken. Okay. You have a Queen of Wands who is carrying the energy of the Fates. She is strong, and she can handle the truth. Well, that's good if this is your reading, because I think you're about to find out in the coming days. I don't think it's going to be long. I said that before. I think you have an inkling of it, and I think you know what it is. If this is your reading, you know what the truth is. You just haven't been able to admit it to yourself because you're looking for hard evidence. You want evidence. It's that Justice card. You want the facts. You want evidence. You want something that will support it. Okay, I get it. Now, let's go back to this first 3. So this person, this Queen of Wands, who has the abilities and the insight of the Fates, she's no victim. Maybe she was at a point, but she picked those swords up. And she is looking for the truth now. This woman's on a mission. You better watch out for her, because she will definitely find out the truth when she wants to know it. Somebody is underestimating that. So let's take a look at this. Let's look at the first part of this, and let's use this deck again. All right. King of Swords, Page of Swords, and the Chariot. The Chariot feels like a separate card entirely. With kind of a goofball at the helm of the Chariot, but the horses are like, we know what to do. Okay. Let's see if we can figure this out. Because it feels like there were 2 readings in one with this. Very strange. All right. What is the message about this King and Page of Swords and the Chariot, please? What is the message, please? What is... Okay. And... oh, my word. 3 came out. Well, look at this. This is all very curious now. Okay. So we have Queen of Cups. We have the Hermit. And we have a King of Cups. I feel like I need to say, dun, dun, dun. You know. All right. I'm not making light of it because this is pretty intense. Somebody's got a really intense reading here. But look at this. King and Queen. And in the middle, you have I'm hearing Merlin. Something about that staff. Now, I know this card usually represents, like in astrology, Virgo, and it means going within, and it means going to look for truth, wisdom, and enlightenment and that kind of thing. I think it's also telling that the lantern of this hermit is illuminating a watery path. Looks like water to me. Yeah, water flowing into, yeah. So that being the case, once that truth comes to light, there will be some illumination. The hair's starting to dry. There we go. It's pretty dry. And then, okay, this is just wild. Okay, so on the top row we have King of Swords, Page of Swords, and the Chariot. On the bottom we have Queen of Cups, the Hermit, and the King of Cups. And remember, cups reflect emotion. There are even the color schemes are different. On the top, it's those browns and darker colors, except for around the Chariot driver. And then on the bottom, it's blues, and even on the Hermit, there's a heart light showing. Okay, how do these two storylines come together? Because I'm not hearing anything. Spirit guides and guardians, please help me to understand what to say to the collective that this will resonate with. What is the message between the two? Girl, you need to get out. Ooh. Oh. I think that's one of my guides. Ooh. Yeah, that was a message. That was not me ad-libbing. I remember hearing that. So if this is your reading, pay attention to that. Okay? You're about to see a dark side that you didn't know existed. Okay? Be aware of that. And somebody's been lying to you about something. Someone has been lying about something and you're about to find out about it. Wow. Okay. Ooh, my head just got buzzy. I remember hearing that. It was a similar phrase. It wasn't exactly that, but it was similar. And it was a voice that was outside of my right ear is just, feels like it's huge. I'm so glad you came around. Thank you. This is someone who I could hear them audibly outside of my head years and years. I mean, decades ago. And turned out to be right. This is a very strong person. This is the first time she's actually spoken to me this much, other than just to issue like statements like that. So if you want to call on her, I don't have a name for her, but if you want to call on her, she will know, and she will come through and help you to discern the truth of a situation. She is a truth seeker. That's what we'll call her, the truth seeker. She likes that. So, wow. And she doesn't pull any punches either. And she said that she and I knew each other in a past life. Okay. Do I need to continue with this? Okay, I will. All right, now I'm back to using the Arcanum Tarot because the Ideal Tarot just landed all on the floor when I dropped it. All right, we'll do one more pull for this spread and then I'll clarify with maybe a linima. Truth Sayer, Truth Seeker, Truth. We'll just call her Truth. Truth. Please step in and help me to understand what to say to the collective. Or if you want to come through, that's fine. She said you're being watched. She also says you're being watched. Do they need to be concerned about being watched? Now, you're one of the fates. You know exactly what you need to do, and you can... Oh, well, the High Priestess came up again. Okay. Let's take a look. There's someone unstable. This person, it feels like there's someone unstable in the scene. Three of Pentacles. Okay. So if someone approaches you about a coming together of some kind, I don't know. That just doesn't seem quite right. All right. So here are the cards that just came out to round out this particular reading about whatever situation that is, with the cup couple, the sword situation, the chariots, you know, and then now we have the we have truth here. All right. Okay. So the first one is the Five of Pentacles. That's kind of the walking away and feeling more so a feeling of abandonment. Ace of Pentacles. Someone is holding on to their version of truth. And I know that's not what these mean entirely, but, you know, as just tarot, but I'm trying to put it together in this reading, and I'm just filtering what I'm hearing too. So there's a sense of abandonment. Someone is holding on to their version of truth, dealing with an emotional issue. Sun is usually the best card in the deck, but in this instance, I think it is that mask, always wearing that mask of everything's fine, and it's really not fine. The High Priestess. This is an intense High Priestess. This goes along with the High Priestess of, because she's very, very into her spiritual practices. This is a High Priestess that is in line with the, I'm hearing weaving, which would bring us back to the fates. She can weave beginnings and endings, but she sees the whole story. So it doesn't matter what line someone is trying to feed you. As the High Priestess and one of the fates or the fates, you see the whole tapestry. You see what it means, and you see the truth. This is justice. Truth, wisdom, and justice. That's what she represents. That's why that Justice card was so, like, boom, out of place. The voice and the seeker of truth. Truth is justice. All right. Full circle. Ace of Swords. Strength card. Six of Cups. And the Two of Pentacles. Oh, there's another one over here. Two of Pentacles. And then the Ten of Cups. Okay, so this changes everything. All right, so here's what's happening. The person who is continually putting on a mask, wearing a false face, there are no in-depth or genuine conversations. It's all, what will people think kind of thing, okay? Going back to the past, this came up yesterday. Today it's the actual card of going back to the past. But feeling abandoned, feeling let down, feeling hurt. But it's going to come full circle. The truth will be revealed. The true face must be seen. Well, hi, baby. Hi. Got a little talker in here with me today. And a decision will be made. This is almost feels like a continuation of yesterday's reading, but it's a lot more fiery. There's a lot more fire involved. Ultimately, this is hanging in the balance. but you will find your Ten of Cups. If this is your reading, again, you are the High Priestess, you are the Seer, you are the Fates, you see the truth. The truth is going to be coming in no uncertain terms. We had the World card yesterday. It will come full circle. People can only wear a mask for so long. And if you want to call her truth or you want to call her justice, either way, call on this guide and this guardian. She will show you the truth. And she was a mama bear in life too. I didn't know her in this lifetime, my lifetime, but apparently we did spend a previous one together, and she was definitely a big mama bear. She took care of things. She was also, I'm getting more information about her now. She was also a metaphysical practitioner and very strong. I don't think I need to use the liniment. Okay. All right. So in the next, I'm going to say 48 to 72 hours, you are 100% going to know a reality rather than a falsehood. You're going to see a true face rather than a mask. If it's something that concerns you, maybe even frightens you a little, get out. Absolutely, get out. There is more coming in your life that will be of wholeness, wellness, and peace. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you for being here. Hey, if you made it this far, this was a long reading. Please check your subscription. You know, all that stuff helps. You know, the yada yadas. Okay. Anyway, take care. Be careful. I'm going to get myself something to eat. And my stomach stopped growling at least. And I had some blueberries, so I thought I was doing okay, but I guess not. Anyway, take care, and I will talk to you all soon with your Friday reading. And it's this week is moving fast. I'm sending love and gratitude to all of you. Thank you.